According to Emil Kalinovsky, Jeff Snyder's Eurodollar University podcast partner, we have been in a silent depression since late 2007, and the interesting or extremely concerning thing about it is that we are currently actually in worse economic growth shape, 14 to 15 years into our current silent depression, than our economies in the West were during the Long Depression, 1873 to 1896, and the Great Depression, 1929 to 1947. The generation of the baby boomers is the reason why the West and most of the rest of the industrialized world had an economic boom and real inflation, not just supply chain disruption-induced price increases like today, between circa 1950 to 2000. Today we don't have that favorable demographic wind at our backs anymore, so the financial and economic situation is dire. The United States Federal Reserve tracks industrial production with monthly data, see thumbnail of this video, stretching back to January 1919. In the last 100 years, United States industrial production fell well off trend growth and stayed there only 3 times, from 1920 to 1921, during what James Grant dubbed the Forgotten Depression, and during the Great Depression. The third time? In the present day. Of course, the first 2 instances were properly fussed about, but today there is only the sound of silence. The United States economy has been in suspended animation for 14 years. The lack of upside is so pronounced, pervasive, and oppressive that in year 15, 2022, of the silent depression, the growth in real GDP per capita trails what it was during both the Long and Great Depressions. The United States is not alone. Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia also trail their performance in either the Great, Long, or both depressions through 15 years. Nor is this an English-speaking phenomenon. Of the 28 countries with data on real GDP per capita that covers all 3 depressions, 39%, or 11 countries, are, as of the end of 2019, forecast to be worse off in year 15 of the silent depression than citizens were at the same point in either the Long or Great Depressions. Only 5 of the 28 countries, 18%, are better off today than they were at similar points during the first 2 episodes. So, with respect to the recovery in real GDP per capita, of the 28 countries in the author's study, 82% are forecast to be, as of the end of 2019, in a similar or worse position than they were during the Long Depression and Great Depression. What I, Max Sirius, conclude from this is that the baby boom economic miracle and expansion from circa 1950 to the year 2000, was an economic outlier period and event, and that in fact economic depressions and contractions are the norm throughout most of recorded human history.